do your best. Even when it is not enough, do your best. Make sure that your best is best indeed. So do your best, and as you do the best that you can, you leave the rest for God. The question is, were you doing your best before, or were you doing it shabbily? That's the question. So that let us know where the complaints are coming from. Is it really the economy that is affecting us? Are we really putting in the best that the Lord has given to us? Before we start calling Satan and other things. So 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15 has a word for us this morning. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. In King James, he used the word study, but NIV used the word do your best. So I would like someone with NIV to read fast for us 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15.
Do your best.
Listen very well.
To present yourself to God as one approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed, and who correctly handles the word of truth.
Thank you, sir. I encountered a brother who had a gift. God has blessed him with a gift to work, to make money for himself. But you know the problem? He's ashamed to work in that gift, because the talent that the Lord gave to him to make money is that you must look dirty, you must not dress fine, you must not appear in office. So the problem he has is that he's ashamed to wear dirty clothes to work. He's ashamed to wear dirty clothes to work. I gave him instances. I said, come to Abba. You will see men who humble themselves, wearing dirty clothes, running on the streets. You think they are useless. Go to their home, they have mansions. Their families are living well. They are doing well in their homes. Is it a problem? Do your best. King James will use the word study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed. See, most at times we interpret this passage to spiritual standard. It's only where we preach the word. We are not ashamed of going outside to preach the word. No, the Bible biblically in depth and is mysterious. That in a particular verse that you think is only spiritually based, right there you find your solution physically. When you understand the Bible, most of our challenges and complaints will be solved. Because many of us interpret the Bible to only spiritual stance, and many have deceived themselves on that ground, not knowing that the Bible has a solution to everything that concerns us. Now, when King James used the word study, I was asking myself, what does it mean to study? Is it only studying the scriptures? No. In that particular field of your calling, study it. In that particular area of your calling, that gift, that talent, go ahead and do what? Study it. How do you study? You shouldn't, it must not be that you go to school to study. No. That little business you are doing, take time, understand the skill, understand the secrets, understand the strategies to gain your congregation, gain your customers, gain your audience, whatever viewers you have. Take time to study. If it requires you to go to Ebanepo to study, these people that do recycling, we laugh at them. They dress dirty. They pick things to recycle. We look at them and say, they are wasting their time. Those people that pick iron on the streets, we call them mad people, useless people. I was traveling to Enugu and I saw a truck load of three what's it called? Scraps. 3 truckload scraps. I said, what? And this is millions of naira to sell a scrap in that level. But some will say it's a dirty business. I'm ashamed to do that. The Bible says study to show yourself approved, a workman, a craftsman. The Bible didn't say an idle man. The Bible says a workman. In other words, this man is working. He has a talent. He has a gift. A workman who does not need to be ashamed of the what? The gospel, the word. Rightfully making justification of the word. Rightfully dividing the word of truth. Making justification to that word, to that gift that you have. You never start. You know, you never start. You are still going to suffer more. That is just the truth. You didn't make it to approach customers. Brother, come and buy what I have. That means you never set. You make big man and do business. You never set. One of our daughters saw me some time ago. Because each time I'm going for my business, I don't dress fine like this. I dress like them. Like someone in the street doing business. So she saw me and said, Pastor, you get for business. He dress like negative business. They say, yes, I have attire for everything I do. I have attire for that. Professionalism, I have attire for that. I have attire for everything I do. As I drop this mic now, if call comes, Pastor, where you there? Come and take job for editing. I change this one. I wear clothes that fits that line. I go, take my job, sit down without shame. As long as what you are doing is not illegal, study it to show yourself approved, and you see if the Lord will now approve it indeed. So this sermon is centered on living a life that pleases God. That is one. Being diligent in what you do. That is two. Being faithful in what you are doing. That is three. And doing it excellently. That is four. These 4 key points will guide you aright. Number one, the command to do your best. Where we just read now, the command to do your best. Number one, the Christianity we are talking about is not about laziness. Christianity is not laziness. Anybody who told you that the moment you become a Christian, you are having it all, is a lie. They will quote a passage to you. Philippians 4:19. Acquire, they will quote it for you. My God shall supply all my needs according to his riches in glory. Go and relax. No problem. Don't be afraid. Agro piagetati. You get that God indeed does not supply all your riches when you don't walk. That is how these mushroom ministers deceive people. And after deceiving them, somebody will come out, fly out from that ministry after 20 years and say, God is a scam. Church is a scam. Because you were deceived. Christianity is not laziness. God did not overrule hard work the moment you become a Christian. In fact, that is the beginning of hard work to put Satan and his cohorts to shame. And this hard work cuts across spiritual hard working. Some people will become Christians and they will just be lazy spiritually. You pay a prophet to pray for you. You pay a spiritual person to pray for you. It's a lie. Christianity is not laziness. Salvation is free actually. But you see, growing in grace, growing as a Christian, growing in your salvation is not laziness. It's not, you must work hard. Number 2, you have to give God your highest effort. Whatever you do, God is expecting you to do well in it. So give God your highest effort. Those days in school, we target at the points that we made. Sometimes we grew at the level of understanding that it's not even position. It's not first and second that determines one who did well. It's the grade. So when I discovered that it is the grade, I started working on my grade. Not on first position. First position can come from you attending class throughout the year. That score I've had there. Because when you have the highest score of one who attends class throughout the year, who did handwork throughout the year, they will give you 30% actually if everything is summed. But you studying hard, you didn't score 20%. But you still come out first. So when I discovered this thing, I have to match everything together. And I started working hard. So my grade will be up. Amen. So it's not about being a Christian alone. The point is this. Are you really doing it in a way, doing it in the best way that God will say, yes, my son, my daughter, you are doing well. So always do your best to give God your highest effort. Number 3, you have to serve him with intentional discipline. Not a discipline under by force. Intentional discipline. It's not that because today is Sunday, let me just come to fulfill all righteousness. That is not intentional discipline. It's not intentional. You are doing it by force just to please someone, just to make someone happy, and possibly the pastor. No, Let your services to God be an intentional what? Discipline. And you have to also do your best, because God deserves our best, and God is not interested in leftovers. You began doing well as a Christian. All of a sudden, before you know it, after 30 years, you stop. You are done. It's a leftover. Who are you leaving it for? Who you delivering for? God is not interested in that. What God is interested in is in your full services to Him. The Bible says, do your best to please God, not man. Do your best to please God, not man. That is what is recorded there. He said, to show thyself approved unto God. Let God approve you. Let God do what? Approve you. Let God approve what you are doing. Let God say, yes, indeed, I give you this kudos. So if God must be interested in what you are doing, so you must do it well. You must do it the best way, so that God will approve you. Even when others approves you, God can still say no. Listen, it comes in this way. I can approve you, and God will say no, you have not done well. But God can approve you, and someone will say no, you have not done well. So which one do you choose? Is it God's approval or man's approval? So allow God to approve you. So people may criticize you. People may condemn you. People may talk down on you. But the most important thing is that is God celebrating what I'm doing? Is God happy for what I'm doing? People can condemn me and say all manner of things. The question is, are you doing it unto the Lord for God's approval, for God's witness? I can't joke with the life of a man, Job. You can imagine a human being whom God approved. God remarked him. God even made boast about him. I say, thank God though that this man did not flood the hands of God. This man is disgraceful for Chineke. Do you know that thing, if Job failed, there's one thing I want to review to us this morning. If Job had failed, after every praise that God gave to him, if Job had failed, till today, Satan will have a ground against God. Till today, Satan will use it against God. Till today, Satan will count it as a weakness to God. If Job had failed, that thing that happened in Job chapter 1 and chapter 2 is a remarkable thing. That if Job had failed God, till today, you and I got different from that mockery. Satan will use it to mock you. We use it against our faith. So that is what God is looking at this morning concerning you and I. After all the trust that God has for you, what if you fail Him? Don't you know that your generation is at stake? Your generation will be mocked forever in the spiritual realm. If saving the grace of God, if not the grace of God. A man like Job was praised by God, and God defended him. He said, yeah, go. You want to try now? Go. But don't touch this boundary. Don't touch this boundary. Go. And to God be the glory, Job did not fail God. A man approved by God. He did his best, and God stood by him. So as a child of God, what you are doing right now, are you doing it for men to celebrate you, or you are doing it for God to celebrate you? Do your best as a workman. Who is this workman? One who has a responsibility. That workman is a man who has a responsibility. As I'm standing here, I'm a workman. This is my own primary assignment. Others, in addition. If I fail God here, I have failed. So as a workman, I am standing defending my work, because I have a responsibility. As a Christian, you are a businessman. It's a responsibility. You didn't just wake up to start that business. God revealed it to you. God led you to that business, and you are doing it faithfully. It is a responsibility. Therefore, you are what? A workman. Don't be lazy about it. God is not a lazy God. I told us last week that if a man can stand in 7 days to create what you and I are enjoying, even in 6 days, to create what you and I are enjoying today, 6 days, he understood, created the universe. I was calculating, is it possible to even calculate? What we are given is just a human calculation. We can't even calculate it. So that is what God is expecting of you. God is not expecting laziness. God is expecting hard work from you. You have to work hard. Don't fold your arms. Don't be lazy. Spiritually, physically, don't be lazy. Hard work is what God is expecting. People will call you jack of all trades. No problem. People will call you this and that. No problem. What you are doing, as far as it is approved by the Lord, see it as a responsibility. A workman who has responsibility. A workman who has skill. A workman is one who is committed to what he is doing. Commitment. Somebody say commitment. Commitment matters a lot. That's what I did last week. The people who did the job, amateur, I have to do it, cut and join. I have to do like this to achieve what I was doing. If I was sleeping to fulfill that health practitioner command, sleep 7 to 8 hours. And I was in church here. The owner of the job was already calling me. I was a police. Pass on a police. Any job he couldn't deliver. Commitment. Commitment, bro. You have to be committed. Take time. You know, some of us is procrastination. Procrastination. When I wake up, I will do it. I will do it tomorrow. I will do it next tomorrow. You keep procrastinating, and procrastinating. It will hook you. Another one is accountability. Are you accountable? Are you accountable? If God calls you now to say, give me account of what you have done. Let's begin from God. If God calls you now to say, give me account of what you have done, can you account to God? Can you tell God faithfully, this is what I have done? Accountability. If you have discovered yourself in some certain areas that you cannot manage, don't involve yourself there. Now, spiritual level and every other thing is skill accountability. Can God come to you and say, my son, my daughter, give me account of how you have used your gift? Can you defend it? Can you see? Can you do that? There are so many areas that God is expecting us to give account. So, after our existence here on earth, we must give account to God. If you cannot give account to humans, then you cannot give account to God. You have to be careful. If you can't give account to humans, you cannot be faithful to humans, then it will be hard for you to give account to God. And let me sound this again as I conclude. Whatever you know you cannot do, don't go in for it. Don't go in for it. And finally, shame comes when you are careless with your job. When you are careless with your assignment, it attracts shame. You don't know. So you don't know. When you don't handle your job well, your profession well, it attracts shame. They will make mockery of you. It will spoil your brand. Even as a Christian, it will spoil a lot of things for you. It brings shame, disgrace.